Former President Donald Trump has made waves with his recent pronouncements on the ongoing war in Ukraine. He claims that he alone can end the conflict. He has publicly blamed Ukraine for the war. This contradicts established accounts of Russia's unprovoked invasion. Trump has also criticized Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He has suggested that Zelensky's approval rating is extremely low. This claim is not supported by credible polling data. Furthermore, Trump has argued that Ukraine should have negotiated with Russia before the invasion. He implies that Ukraine should have given in to Russian demands. Trump's most controversial action has been his involvement in peace talks. He held meetings with Russian representatives in Saudi Arabia. These talks notably excluded any Ukrainian or European participation. This decision has drawn sharp criticism from various international actors. Trump's attempts to insert himself into the situation have not stopped there. He has called for immediate elections in Ukraine. This demand comes despite the ongoing war and the logistical challenges it presents. Critics have pointed out the irony of this stance. Trump himself refused to accept the results of the 2020 US presidential election. These actions and statements represent a significant departure from the established understanding of the conflict. They have also generated concern about the potential implications for US foreign policy. The international community has responded to Trump's actions with a mixture of apprehension and condemnation. European leaders have expressed deep concern over Trump's approach. They emphasize the need for continued US support for Ukraine. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer stressed the importance of US involvement in any potential peacekeeping efforts. Zelensky has directly criticized Trump for blaming Ukraine for the war. He also condemned the exclusion of Ukraine from the Saudi Arabia peace talks. He reiterated Ukraine's need for military aid to defend itself. He emphasized that negotiations cannot happen from a position of weakness. The exclusion of Ukraine from the initial peace talks has raised alarm bells. Many see it as a sign that Trump might be willing to strike a deal with Russia at Ukraine's expense. This has further strained relations between the US and its European allies. Within the United States, Trump's stance has further polarized the political landscape. While some senior Republicans have expressed reservations about Putin's trustworthiness, they have stopped short of directly opposing Trump's peace initiatives. Senator John Kennedy, for instance, denied that Trump had made any substantial concessions to Russia during the talks. However, many Democrats and even some Republicans have criticized Trump's approach. They argue that it undermines US credibility on the world stage and emboldens autocrats like Putin. The fact that these talks were held without the involvement of key allies has also raised concerns about Trump's commitment to multilateralism. The ongoing debate highlights the deep divisions within the US regarding its role in the world. It also underscores the challenges facing the Biden administration in maintaining a united front against Russia's aggression. Trump's actions have significant implications for US foreign policy and global stability. His willingness to engage with Putin, despite the ongoing war and human rights abuses, raises questions about his commitment to democratic values and the rules-based international order. Moreover, his decision to bypass traditional diplomatic channels and exclude key allies from negotiations could further erode trust in the United States as a reliable partner. This could have long-term consequences for US leadership on the world stage. Finally, Trump's call for Ukrainian elections amidst the war raises concerns about his understanding of democratic processes and the rule of law. It also suggests a disregard for the safety and security of the Ukrainian people, who are currently facing an existential threat. The international community must remain vigilant in holding all parties accountable for their actions and ensuring that any peace agreement is just and sustainable.